Hi, baby. I don't know about you, but for me, one of the hardest things I've ever had to do is go to work when all I want to do is lay in bed and cry. Grief is a really hard thing. And the tricky thing about grief is that it can hit you when you least expect it. You can be fine for a minute or hours or days, and then all of a sudden something will trigger you. You might remember something or see something, and all of a sudden you're so sad or so angry. We all handle grief a little differently. A lot of mine comes out through my eyeballs. And grief doesn't just go away all at once. I say it comes in waves and it heals in layers. It heals a little bit, then a little more, then a little more. And so I just wanted to validate you for being brave enough and strong enough to get up and wipe the tears off and put it aside for a minute and go to work or take care of the kids or decide it's time to self-care and put the grief on hold for a minute because sometimes the grief is just too much. It's so heavy and it's so hard and you can't necessarily carry that everywhere that you go through your day. And I understand that. So I hope that you are kind with yourself and remember that when these waves come up, it's not good to push them down all the time, right? But there are times where we have to put on what we call our mask. So you put a mask on to go out in public, and I think it's kind of a fine balance between doing that enough and doing that too much. Because we can just wear a mask all the time and pretend we're fine when really we're not fine. And we can get caught in grief and not necessarily really function that well either. So one thing I like to do is just think, what do I have to do to get through this day or to get through the next 2 hours or 8 hours of work or whatever it is before I can feel those emotions and process them. So if you're having a really hard time, I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. I know it hurts, but I want to tell you it's going to be okay. And please take some deep breaths and take some time for yourself as soon as you can and heal up those wounds. I love you so much.